Good afternoon and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. Certainly glad to have you today. And as always, we want to thank BTC Fiber for sponsoring our program. And you can see these interviews on BTC Fiber's Cable Channel 18 as well as BTC Fiber's YouTube page. So go there and like it and subscribe to that page and share it. And today we have with us Johnny Harrison. I guess his title is a bunch of things here at the chamber. I guess you've been called worse as a teacher, so yes. We'll just call you the director of the Pikeville Fall Festival. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
And he's putting together a lot of things for the Fall Festival here in Pikeville, and it's scheduling to be one of the largest ones they've had, isn't it, Johnny?
Hope so. Weather permitting, yeah.
Yeah, weather. That's always the factor here. And but let's get into the Fall Festival. How long has it really been going on? Do you know?
This is 30 plus years, right? Yeah, it's 30 plus. It's been around a long time.
And it's always a good time when people can get together and just have fun. And I imagine there's some people like yourself who are out of town, who live out of town, that come back and meet some of your old friends and see some of your old friends during the festival, kind of like 4th of July celebrations and stuff like that. People come into town.
Yeah, for me, one of the best things about getting to come back, I got asked a few years to participate. Suzanne Boynton, a good friend of mine who was on the festival, asked me if I wanted to come and volunteer, and I said, yeah, it'd be great. So one of the great things about it was I'm getting to see people I hadn't seen in 30 years.
Yeah.
So it's really neat. So that's one of the bonuses of it.
Well, I noticed too, in town they've got that new electronic sign out there that you can't miss it.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty sign. Yeah. And I noticed of course, the Fall Festival and other things are on there. So, but it was good to have that.
Yeah, and one of the things we talked, we've talked for years here, is what we wanted to make sure is that everybody knew that the festival, that we didn't assume that everybody just knew the festival, because it's always first weekend of October. But we didn't want to just assume that. We wanted to make sure that we advertised and we let everybody know that, so they could put that on the calendar. We check mark your calendar is what we keep saying, mark your calendar.
Yeah, and that's good, because I know there's a lot of things. I know the car show is that day. The what they call them now, the drive-ins or the
cruise-in.
Cruise-ins,
yeah.
Cruise-ins. Yes, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I mention it every month. But they have the cruise-in, but then around all that, people can walk around and see the cars. But then there's I know you've got a lot of food vendors this year.
We have, one of the things we've learned over the years was that we ran out of food and we needed more food. So we've really, this year, been very aggressive going after food vendors, food trucks, trailers. Right now we have 10 signed up that are coming. We're going to have a special area for the food vendors between the farmers market and the library. That's going to be closed down. That whole area of parking will be for our food vendors and trucks there. And we're also getting to use the farmers market this year as covered seating.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to have that whole area back there to the right of the courthouse as you're looking at it will be nothing but food vendors back there. And then, of course, we'll also have some sprinkled in the booths. We'll still have that Main Street area with booths. And then the Morgan Brothers will still have their area in front of their business. Their bank walkers, they'll be open and also have their barbecue and all that stuff out there. So
a lot of good opportunities for food, different varieties of food.
Yeah, and we had just a lot of lines. It was a little hot, and that's one of the things we wanted to make sure that people weren't having to wait in these long lines, that they had choices. And we've got hot dog guys coming, we got taco guys coming, we got some other barbecue choices coming, but we're trying to get a mix. We got a couple ice cream guys coming, so we're just trying to mix it up, have choices.
Well, that'll be good, because all those you mentioned, I eat them all. So if I couldn't get in one line, I could just go over to the next.
I'm gonna diet all week, so I can just eat that day.
Well, and that's neat. I know it seems like the food truck vendor business is increasing in a lot of places. Mm-hmm. And I know Dunlap has one now. It's Cajun food, Cajun Boy, and it's really good if you like Cajun food. And a lot of times they sell out of stuff. Yeah. And so that's the whole goal, is bringing a lot of people in so they can.
And that's what happened to us last year. Is our food vendors sold out early, and people were still hungry. So we're going to make sure that doesn't happen this year.
All right. Well, that's good, because that's a good thing. Of course, the farmers market is a wonderful place to be under if it's nice weather, and October's 1st of October is still kind of warm.
Yeah, it is.
So
Got a
that'd
place
be-
to get out of the sun and sit down. We're also there, the building trades at the high school are going to be building picnic tables for us
Oh.
to put under there. And those will be up for sale.
Well,
So that money will go back. We're donating the wood, the festival's donating the wood, and then we're going to, when they sell them, that money will go to the building trades to help them with projects also.
well, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
That gives them an opportunity to show off their work too. And, cause I know a lot, there's more now talking about the trades, the building trades, there's more vocational skills out there for people. And you don't necessarily have to go to college anymore. You can go to a vocational skill, and that's
Absolutely.
more popular now. And of course, we're always going to need someone to build.
Every day.
Yeah. And let's see. Now, you music headliner. Tell us a little bit about the music headliner.
We're very fortunate this year. We have Chris Hennessy. Chris is in the band with Jamie Johnson, big, huge country music star. He tours with him. And the band that's coming is actually Jamie Johnson's band and Chris. Jamie won't be with us. Of course, you never know. Sometimes they'll sneak in there. So, cross your fingers maybe. But he is awesome. If you go to the Pikeville Fall Festival .com website, there's videos on there, that YouTube videos. You can actually see who he is if you're not familiar with him. But he is incredible, does a great job. So he's a big star. And we also have 3 or 4 other acts that'll be playing prior to him. There'll be music all day, all from 12:30 up to 7 or 8 whenever we get ready to leave.
Wow,
Chris will end the day for us.
Oh, that'll be great because that gives people a chance to, if they're not doing some of these other activities, they can just sit and listen to music and relax.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. There's some really good bands coming.
Well, good. Now, you got a beauty pageant going on too, don't you?
We do. This is our first try at this. We've got Miss Fall Festival, and I think that it's got the little bitty kids, got divisions for the little kids all the way up to the teenagers, and maybe even older if I'm not positive. But that's also on the website. If they want to know anything about the festival, go to PikevilleFallFestival.com.
Oh, okay.
It's got everything. It's got a ton of information on there for them. But it has, they can sign up, all the applications for anything they want's on there. But the beauty pageant's on there. We're going to have this year's our first fall festival. We're hoping to have a lot of girls sign up. It'll be really cool. That starts at 9:30 and goes to 12:30, right up before the music starts. But it'll be on the main stage there.
Oh, okay.
But I think that'll be a lot of fun. It'll bring a lot of new people to town because
Right.
the girls that are signing up are not just from Bledsoe County. It's from the southeast that they'll get people coming in from. So it'll bring some new people to the town.
And those beauty pageants always draw this is going to sound wrong, I think, but they draw a different crowd. I mean, like you have crowds that go with beauty pageants. You have crowds that go with ball teams. You have everything is a different crowd, and if you can pull them all in together.
Well, we were just talking. I was talking to the mayor earlier. When when they've actually signed up for that, they're bringing grandma and grandpa. They're bringing mom and dad, brothers and sisters. So 5 to 6 people will come with that.
Yeah.
And that's just people that are going to, look at go to our vendors and spend money with them, and to eat the food here, enjoy the music and the cruise in and all that stuff. So it's bringing a lot of new people to our town and see all the other great things. How this town's beautiful. I mean, this valley
really
is
is.
beautiful, and it's going to bring people that may have never been here before. So that's the exciting part about that.
Well, good, because like I said, it does bring people in, and a lot of these people may not have ever been to Pikeville, but they're going to come for their first time. And I promise you that if you go to the main street down there, that's a beautiful area.
Oh, it is. I believe it.
And when you have all the activity that's going to be going on there, they're going to be impressed, I think.
Yeah, and I told somebody this the other day, I travel all over Tennessee. I've been hitting all the state parks, and so I've been to all 95 counties, and this is by far, if it's not the prettiest town, I mean, it is in the top 3. It's just beautiful downtown, and a lot of people have just never been here, so that's what we're trying to pull. One of the things we did last year is we did social media marketing, not just for Bledsoe County, we did all the surrounding counties, and really tried to push, pull people in from out of the counties. And when we were talking to people that were walking up and down the road, we were asking them, where are you from? And then we had people from Chattanooga, from Crossville, from Jamestown. We had a lot of people that had never been here, so that was awesome. So,
well, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing to have, because that's the whole idea, is bringing people in.
Yeah.
Now, what about your cornhole tournament?
well, Morgan Brothers have done that in the past, they've done it kind of on a smaller scale.
Uh-huh.
This year, this is going to be a cornhole tournament on steroids, where we've got, I think they usually gave around $200, $250, where we're giving away $1,000 in cash prizes.
Wow.
We're going to expand the area that we have there, and we're getting ready to start that marketing for that and to get people coming in here, because I've looked at a lot of these cornhole tournaments across the country, and some of them are huge.
Yeah.
So there's another group of people that we're hoping to bring here, because some people love it. I mean, they just,
they have a cornhole in the colleges now.
Yeah.
Where they have national competition.
it'll be an Olympics before long.
And
Promise.
when I saw that on television, I thought, wow.
Yeah. They take it serious.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're hoping for the serious crew that love to do that, and then the people who just want to come and do it and have fun.
Yeah.
But $1,000 in cash prizes all day. No, none of those trophies, that you throw in the closet. It's cash that you can take and spend on the kids,
vendors.
spend on the vendors, or pay the electric bill, whatever it is you want to do with it.
Well, that'll be great, because I love to watch cornhole. I'm not very good at it, but I like to watch it, because when the people that are really serious, you can see the look on their face, and when they're before they throw that bag, and they're pretty serious.
Oh, very much so.
And now I know you're going to have a lot of things for kids, like the train ride, the bouncy house, and things like that.
And that's kind of been the core of this. From I know when I was here, that's what they all talked about, and we kind of want to try to continue that to give these, especially the local kids, something to do, something to look forward to all year. And last year, I think we did that. I think we had so many things for the kids to do, and games and the blow-ups and the bouncies and stuff like that, and it was huge and did really well. We decided, we're going to do even huger, if that's a word. We're going to do it a lot bigger this year. We're expanding that. So we're going to have that whole area in front of the courthouse full of all kind of games, new games that we didn't have last year, new things to do. We're expanding we had the blow-up area and the grass lot between the buildings there in Swafford's, next to Swafford Realty. And we're also taking that all the way back into the asphalt area. So we're going to have blow-ups in that whole area. One of the things, we saw kids are having to wait in line. We're going to actually split it up by an area for smaller, littler kids, and then one for bigger kids. So we can kind of keep them. We don't want them to get hurt, but we're going to have that really blown up a lot more.
Well, that'll be great, because I know kids love that stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you see them, you almost have to fight them to keep them off of it sometimes, especially when you have to go and they're still wanting to bounce and jump.
Oh yeah. Oh, we had to. I mean, when they were ready to close it down, they were still there. They didn't want to leave. So it was a great day.
But that's great to hear. And now, what about the antique tractors? You're going to have the tractor show, or?
Yeah, we'll have a show. We have the antique tractors right there along in front of the farmers market, where they have been there. We'll have a lot of those back in there that we've had over the years. Just some really awesome, beautiful tractors been restored. Most of them completely back that actually work. But that'll be there for the folks that like to do that. And then, of course, the cruise-in folks, kind of that crowd kind of blends together a little bit. But we'll have those back this year too.
And probably a lot of those people that do the tractors, they probably like those cars too.
Love them, yeah. And that one of the big bonuses about the cruise-in is normally we couldn't start till later because the bank was open till 12:30. We met with them, and they've agreed to not open. So we're going to be able to get in there and have that all shut down, so we can get our cars in there. We were trying to get people in and out that weren't in the cruise-in, so they've agreed to close down on Saturday. So we'll have that now just for the cruise-in, which those guys want to be able. They want to know where I'm going to park, and because they spent thousands of dollars on those cars and they don't want them harmed.
Right.
So we're going to have that whole area, or all the roads around the bank will be full of old cars, antique cars.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of cars, what about the people that want to come? I know all the downtown areas pretty much going to be shut down.
Yeah.
So where can they park, and how do they get there?
All right, so we've added a little twist this year. We have parking now at City Hall, where the football field is and all that. They won't have any ball games that year, so we're going to have all this parking here, and then we're going to have 2 trams that are going to run people back and forth from there. We're also working with a couple of the churches, talk to them about having theirs, so we can have a pickup there. So the hope is we'll have two to three of the churches parking lots to use, and then all this at City Hall that we'll be able to use there and have transportation back and forth all day.
Well, that'd be good.
So,
Because I know there's been times I couldn't make it up here, but there was times I'm thinking I need to go, but I thought, where's the back roads? I know a few of the back roads.
well, and we're going to really advertise. We're going to set where the parking is, and we're going to try to have some maps online. We'll put that on the website also, where you can actually see where to go and try to make it a little easier for, and especially the folks that aren't from here.
Right.
Where do I go? And so we're going to have some signage up and try to make it a little easier. One of the things about growing and getting bigger is that becomes a problem. So, and we've been really trying to plan ahead for that and think about, okay, what do we do if this many people show up?
Yeah.
Because, it's better to plan for it and they not show up than not plan for it and they show up. So.
Well, and I was thinking about today, Pikeville, if you go from one end to the other, as far as the building, where all the buildings are, it's just a little over a mile in length. It's not very, and it's just right here.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things in between.
Yeah, there is, and finding a parking place can be difficult. So we're going to try to ease that because we had over 5,000 people here last year, so we're hoping to increase that this year. But we want to make it easy on everybody. The people who live here, that have property here, we don't want people parking in their yards, things like that. We're going to have specific vendor parking for them to park their cars after they get unloaded, their things. We've got parking for them this year, so a little bit more organized, hopefully, this year.
Well, that'll be great because I know you want this to grow and you want more and more people here, and that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
And it could be that sooner or later you have to put the trolley at the high school and have them park at the high school and then just bring them in.
That'd be great. As long as you can handle it, get a school bus, whatever you and do that. But as you grow, again, there's problems that come with it. As you hopefully think ahead of.
Yeah, I noticed one of the things you can have, and I've seen this before, is the THP simulator. I think everybody needs to see that.
Yeah, well, they're coming back this year. They're bringing one of the simulators. We're working on the other one. The other we're adding, of course, the fire department showed up last year, which was awesome. They had their new fire truck up there, and I got to go up and ride in that ladder, which was awesome. A little scary, but awesome. But they're going to be really a little bit more involved, and they're going to have things to give out and things for the kids to do. The rescue squad's coming this year. They couldn't last year. They were scheduled with something else, but they're coming and doing some things there, and they actually donated two of the blow-ups that we're using. The rescue squad did, so they're letting us use that. But they're going to be involved. Our police department's going to be here, talking to the sheriff's department about getting here, trying to get all the police and fire and all that here to kind of blend in with the community and do some things with them.
Well, that'd be great because I know that the more and more people, local people, get involved and volunteer and do things, and where people can see. Instead of seeing the police as the bad guys who lock people up, they can see the good guys who are out there doing a lot of other things that don't pertain to that part. Or the firemen, they don't want to wait to see them come to their house when it's burning. They like to get to know ahead of time,
And that was a great part. I was watching the kids at the fire department. The fire truck last year was awesome, and they were unbelievably great with those kids last year. It made a lot of fun. Yeah,
and I've seen throughout the years at school when even the little kid, even middle school kids, they like those fire trucks. They like to see them and see what.
I like them.
And when you start breaking down a fire truck, when they start unlocking all those doors, you think, oh, they got this, they got that, and then you have to ask, well, how do you use that, and so it's
every little boy's dream.
Yeah,
and some girls,
yeah. Now I noticed too. Of course, this is for the kids, I guess. The face painting or pumpkin painting, and the fish pond, duck pond, that type of thing.
Yeah, we're again increasing that this year. I think we have a guy coming that ties the balloon animals and all that stuff will be here. We have another face painter coming because she was so backed up last year, and we want to again. Yeah. This is one of the things we're trying to alleviate, and where people don't have to wait so much. So we've got two face painters, a balloon guy coming. We've got we ran out of pumpkins last year for the kids to paint, so we're ordering 250 of those. So we're gonna have a lot of those little small pumpkins that to paint. Yeah. So we're gonna have plenty. Try to have more and not run out. But again, we're adding a section in there. It's a lady here locally that does a thing called Days Gone By, and it has a cow milking station. It has all these neat little things she does that'll be on the front of the courthouse there with our other thing. But we added that this year. I think Citizens Bank sponsored that and is helping us with that. So,
well, they'll love that.
It'll be awesome. It was really neat.
I'm sure everybody will come will enjoy that so much. Now, I also noticed you're going to do a bicycle giveaway. Is that right?
Yeah, we're giving 20 bicycles away, 20 plus, from little bitties to a teenager's bike. So we'll give those away all day. Plus, we'll be giving away. Last year we gave iPads away. We gave a lazy boy chair away, earbuds. The kids love. We gave gas cards away, which we'll do again this year. So we'll have several prizes that we're going to be giving away, and we'll be doing that all day. In fact, the BTC trailer this year is going to be our kind of giveaway. It's going to be central. That's where volunteers will come. It's where we'll give prizes away and leave the main stage to the pageant and the music that way, so it's a little less confusing and everybody running over each other. So, yeah, but we'll give 20 bikes away, and then of course the bikers that come through up the Sequatchie Valley every year, they're coming back. They'll come in, and they come in about the time we're giving bicycles away, and kids love that. They love seeing those guys.
Neat.
Yeah, so they'll be stationed. They've got a little station right there coming into town where they get to hang out and take a break. That. But again, just more bringing some new people to Pikeville.
Yeah, that's the Cycle Sequatchie. Right?
Yeah, Cycle Sequatchie will be coming back through this year.
And that's neat because I know I like to watch those bicycles because they're different.
Yeah.
And they're expensive.
Oh, they are.
But those guys that get into that, they're really neat people.
Yeah. And different breed.
Yeah. And I don't know if I can go as long as they
going
could.
up those mountains and stuff. I'll go down them, but I'm not going up.
Yes, a lot easier to go down.
Oh yeah. Gravity's your friend going down.
But that's really neat. Now, if I understood right, are you going to have a golf tournament the day before?
Yeah, golf tournament is the day before. It's an annual golf tournament. It was huge success last year. They'll start 7 in the morning, and it's done by lunchtime. So anybody that wants to sign up for that, wants to bring a team in, I think it's $300 for a team. Again, if you'll go to the website, PikevilleFallFestival.com, there's a tab on there that says golf tournament, and they click on that. The application's on there. Everything they want on there.
So basically, they just need to go to the website.
Yeah, sign up, and they had an awesome turnout last year. It was beautiful. So needs some more golfers. We want to try to expand. That's at Fall Creek Falls. That's at Fall Creek Falls. Yeah.
And I know the Lions Club in Dunlap just had one out there, and they were pretty excited about their turnout.
Yeah, it went great.
And of course, it's a great course out there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well managed and well kept, so great place. Was there anything we haven't talked about that you want to bring up?
Our volunteers. Last year, we have volunteers from high school most years, but last year was incredible. We had volunteers from the high school. We had 82 high school volunteers come, and they're going to be doing that again this year. Just couldn't have been more proud of that warrior turnout. I mean, they came down here. They really focus on the kids area and helping us make sure the kids are taken care of. And it was unbelievable. Alani Smith headed that for us last year. She's in college this year, so she won't be here, but just did an incredible job. And I was just so proud of the high school kids, and I hope we have that same turnout this year. But we'll be working with Becky Deakins at the high school and getting those folks back down here. But we're doing that again this year.
Well, good. And it's always good to have volunteers. And of course, I'm sure the kids probably get some kind of credit for that.
But we donate back to the athletic department for every kid that comes and works 2 hours, we give a donation back to the Fall Festival. Gives a donation back to the athletic department. So
that's good.
They have some motivation also. On top of it. And in kids that, if they're Tennessee Promise kids, we're now signed up with the state Tennessee Promise website. So it's Pikeville Fall Festival's on there, and they can click on there and sign up. So if they're in college, they have to already be in college. Can't be the high school kids going in. But if they're already in college and they need Tennessee Promise hours, they can go on and sign up. Show up Saturday morning. We put them to work, so they can get all their hours that day.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah, so we're hoping that this is our first year of being able to do that, so we're hoping that works out too.
Well, that'll be really good, because I know a lot of kids they need those hours.
Absolutely.
And it'd be an easy way to get it.
Easy and fun, and we feed them, and I mean, it's just a good way for them to do it. and be done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Well, that's great, and I appreciate that your volunteerism for organizing a lot of this. I know it's
Happy to do it. This town, we moved here when I was in 7th grade, and from day one we've been here. This town's been so nice to me, and I had a brother here, and they've been so nice to us, and the coaches and teachers, and people have been over backwards to help us, helped us get in college, helped us. It was just incredible. Like we'd always lived here, and so I'm at that phase of my life where it's just time to. They did something for me. It's time to do something back, and I love coming here. This place is so pretty, and like I said, I'm a Fall Creek Falls addict. I love going out there and hiking. It's kind of my peace place to go to, and but just coming back here now, and they've done wonders with this place. It's so pretty going downtown and seeing what they've done here. So
well, it really is. I enjoy it every time I come up here, and you just it's nice, it's quaint. Everybody you meet is always friendly. I've not met a sad face, I don't believe, or someone that's angry. Of course, I'm sure they're here, but I just never have met them in town.
Yeah, and what I found, like right now, we're in that looking for sponsors, and so if you want to sponsor, we'd love to have your help. We're trying to grow, but every time we do go talk to sponsors, hey, what can we do to help? It's not, oh no, not them again. It's what are you guys doing? How can we help? And so it's been really good. So we're able to do all this stuff, and the only reason we're able to do this stuff is because the sponsors here in town and surrounding us that step up to the plate and help these. It's really, again, for the kids, the big kids too. But
well, I found out that especially in small towns like Pikeville, Dunlap, the businesses are always willing to do whatever. They may not can do a lot, but they'll do whatever they can do.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it makes it a lot easier on this end to do this when you're not out having to beat the pavement and beg for things to do.
When you need a lot of money and you can't get it.
Trying to do this. Hey, yeah, we'd like to be a part of it. Several of our sponsors we had last year have already called and said, hey, we want to help again, but we're going to give a little bit more this year.
Oh,
things
great.
went well last year, so we're going to give you a little bit more to see if we can't do a little bit better. So, yeah, that's been nice.
Well, when you give, you can receive it back.
You see it, and we're going to announce all day if you're a sponsor, over and over and over. We'll have signs up everywhere. On the website, you'll be on there when we do social media posts, which we've already done a ton. At this point forward, we do a ton. You'll see Fall Festival everywhere.
Yeah.
And the sponsors will be in there, so they get a lot back for it, other than just helping.
Well, that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a great day.
I'm excited.
If the weather holds out.
Yeah, if it's not like today.
Yeah.
Well, last year we were on Thursday. Remember the hurricane was coming.
Yeah.
On Thursday night, we had a telephone meeting about canceling because we thought this is going to be terrible, and it made a right-hand turn.
Yeah, I remember
and it was
that.
beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful.
Sunny.
It was incredible.
And it had been really threatening.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I mean, Winky, the mayor, he goes, let's just wait one more day before we cancel. And as sure as we did, the weather said, well, it looks like it's going up to Carolinas.
Yeah.
Hated it for them, but.
Yeah. Was there anything else you'd like to add?
I think that's it as far as I can.
And I forgot to mention the times.
Well, we'll start at 9 o'clock. Our opening ceremony is at 9 o'clock, and we'll finish 7-ish when Chris Hennessy, if he wants to keep playing and there's people here, he'll stay. He's a great guy. He sent us he did an intro video for us, which is really cool.
That's
We've
neat.
had, so sent that on social media and we pushed it out, but it's all day,
He's from Decatur, right?
Decatur, yeah. Meigs County, he's, here local, and so, it's a local boy coming home. He's tickled to come back, but it'll be a great day. I mean, like I said, weather permitting, you want to be here.
Well, I found out too, the Sequatchie Valley area, I mean, the whole area, there's all kind of musical talent in this area.
Unbelievable.
And, when you think of small towns, you might think of one person being the one that's really talented.
Yeah.
But that's not the case in the valley.
No.
I mean, we got tons of people that can play instruments, sing, perform, just.
Yeah, it's a gold mine.
Yeah, it really is. And so when you people like Carrie Hassler, from here, and
she'll be at the festival. She's playing at the festival.
oh, good. And so there's all kind of talent out there. So everybody, you need to come and be here. It's going to be an exciting day. All right, and again, you can be right here on October 7th in downtown Pikeville, where they'll have their fall festival. There'll be many things for all ages, so come and be here, and I'm sure you'll have a great time. And as always, you can see this interview on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as BTC Fiber's Cable Channel 18. So until next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.